Good afternoon, everyone. Ayan, magandang hapon. My name is Mr. ZENRIEL VELAS. I am a teacher of science from grade 9 JICA. So for today, we will be exploring the world, yet tiny world, and the amazing world of atoms. In continuation with the lesson from Miss Ira from last week, from Miss Ira Cortez, with her topic of chemical bonding. Okay, so as I said earlier, we will explore. And when I say exploring, we will have an adventure in the land of Dawn. And the land of Dawn can be found in the game of Mobile Legends. So let's play ML muna. Okay, so welcome to the land of Dawn, or welcome to the land of atoms. Okay, so we all know that the world is made up of atoms. The materials that we use are a result or are results of different chemical bondings. The varieties of material we use, ingredients that we eat or food, everything that surrounds us, even our body, is made up of atoms. So today we will be exploring our topic of the formation of ions. Okay? So before we continue our adventure, first let us see what are we going to do. So we are on the same page for our objectives for today. So at the end of the lesson, the learners, you, are expected to explain how ions are formed, understand or describe how to name ions, and predict which ion can form from a given element using the periodic table of elements. Okay, so I hope you have your gears, your map ready, or your periodic table of elements ready with you. Okay, so we will now start our adventure. So here I have two questions for you. Let's see if you have listened to Ma'am Ira last week. Okay, so first question: what are the different types of chemical bonding? So let's see if you still remember our topic last week, Ma'am Ira. And Ma'am Ira is here to help us with the answers. So you can type your answers on the comment section on FB Live and on the Facebook Live or the YouTube Live. Let's see if you have if you still remember what are the types of chemical bonding. So we have a clue. There are two types of chemical bonding. Okay, Ma'am Ira.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, grade 9
Good
students.
afternoon, ma'am.
At this point, we have a few answers from grade 9. We have Natalie Cesar, covalent bonding. Julio Revelo, ionic bonding. Sharina Caballo, ionic bonding. And then the rest are still typing their answers. There you go. We have again Julio for covalent bonding. Angela Lois, ionic bonding. And Calvin Postrero, ionic bonding.
Okay, magaling. Very good. Grade 9 students, you still remember the topic from last time. So there are two types. You have the ionic bonding and chemical bonding. So what is ionic bonding first? Ano muna yung ionic bonding? Grade 9. Let us define first what is ionic bonding. So comment again your answer on the comment box. What is ionic bonding? Okay, let's see. Please still remember. Ma'am, we have an answer po.
Yes, sir. We have an answer from, let me see, once more. From Natalie Cesar, metal reacts with a non-metal.
Okay, very good naman. Magaling. So, ionic bonding happens, thank you ma'am, ionic bonding happens between a non-metal and metal elements. Tama nga si Natalie. So, it happens between a metal and a non-metal. And it includes the transfer of electrons. So, when an atom transfer electrons, it's either the atom gained or nakakuha sa Tagalog or lose, nawala na electron. How about covalent bonding naman? What is covalent bonding? C. Again, type your answers on your comment box, on the comment section. If an ionic bonding is between a metal and non-metal, ano naman kaya ang covalent bonding?
Yes, sir. Actually, we have an answer to your
Okay,
question.
thank you po.
We have is a chemical bond that involves sharing of electron pairs between atoms from Jasmine Nomahan. Also from Andrea Awao, chemical bond that involves the sharing of electron pairs between atoms. So most of them are answering share of electrons.
Thank you, ma'am. So, very good naman natin mga grade 9. Talagang nakinig si Ma'am Ira. So, covalent bonding happens between two non-metals, di ba? And does include the sharing of electrons. So, kanina, ionic is yung may nawawalan, nakakuha, or gaining or losing. And covalent bonding naman, on the other hand, is sharing of electrons. So, walang nawawalan, walang nakakuha. So, equal lang. And it has two types. We have the non-polar covalent bonds and the polar covalent bonds. Okay, so polar is sabihin ng equal sharing and non-polar is equal sharing. So, malinaw, it's clear that you guys, grade 9 learners, have listened to Ma'am Ira or to her lesson last week about the chemical bonding. So, for now, I have here two pictures, okay? So, we have, okay, balikan muna natin yung ating mapa to the land of dawn. Okay, so tapos na tayo sa objectives. So, now, let's next part. Okay, so here we have two pictures, so two diagrams. Okay, magkakulay sila. So, ano po ang tawag sa dalawa? What is the common name for these two pictures? Grade 9. Ano po ang common name nila? Or mas kilala sa tawag na itong dalawa? We have what? Again. Okay, so from Natalie's are again, napaka-active naman talaga. Very good yan. We have water and salt. Okay? Again, Christian Dixena, water and salt. So very good po. So, common name sila is water and salt. Okay? Or mas under chemical compound, we have water, which is composed of two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom, or H2O, water. On the other hand is salt, or the common name is salt, and the chemical name or the chemical compound name is sodium chloride, which is composed of the element sodium and chlorine atoms. Ano kaya pa pinagkaiba? So water is what type, tingin nyo, ano kayang type of bonding ng water, mga bata, grade 9? Water is what type of bonding? Ionic or covalent kaya? Yung H2O. Two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. What type of bonding kaya? Kung tingin nyo, hulaan natin. Iyan natin yung mga answer nyo. Antayin natin. What type of bonding is water? Ano kaya nagbubuklod sa kanya? Okay, again, from Natalie Cesar and Daniel Jubilo, covalent bond. Janelle Rosola Brioso, ayan. From John Francisco, covalent bond, very good. And if the water is held by covalent bond, then salt is held by what kind of bonding naman kaya? Siyempre, ang salt or the sodium chloride is held by ionic bonding. So, held siya ng shared of the transferring of electrons, while water is held by the sharing of electrons. Okay? So now, here we have a picture or a diagram of an atom. So we have here the subatomic particles. So tinuro na sa inyo last grade 8 and then grade 7 na atoms has 3 subatomic particles. Ano-ano kaya yung 3 subatomic particles? So we have here, first, the neutrons. Here, yun. Sa diagram na ito yung kulay dilaw or may letter N, which are the neutrally charged or zero. Wala siyang charge, neutral. Then we have the protons or the positively charged particles. Here in this diagram are the red ones. Okay, may letter P. And lastly, we have the electrons. The negatively charged particles. So sila yung nasa labas ng nucleus. Okay, so again, we have neutrons and the protons inside the nucleus of the atom. Then we have the electrons on the outside part of the atom. So ano kaya mangyayari if we remove or tinanggal natin ng isang electron ng isang atom? O kaya nagdagdag tayo ng isa pang electron if we add another electron. Ano kaya mangyayari doon? So now, for today, we will focus more on the ionic bonding. Okay? So ano yung mangyayari sa atom if nag-undergo siya ng ionic bonding? Okay? So, I have here another example of an atom. Pero mas simple nga rin siya. Ano kayang elemento? Grade 9. What is the element of this? What is the name of this element? Na for its symbol and the number of its protons are 11. What is the name of this atom? Or element? Yun natin sagot ng grade 9. Kung kasama talaga nila ang kanilang periodic table of elements. Okay, again, from Natalie Cesar, we have sodium. Na, sodium. So again here, sodium has 11. Again, ayan, sagot nila. Angelo Luis Barajas, sodium. Paul Francisco. Ayan, thank you very much for your answers. So we have here sodium. So sodium has an atomic number 11. So kung ano yung atomic number niya, yun din ang kanyang protons, which is 11. At kung ano ang protons niya, yun din ang kanyang electrons, which is 11. Okay? So sodium has 3 orbitals, o tatlo yung orbit niya. So first orbit, then the second orbit, then the third and last orbit. So the first orbit, kung naalala nyo, ng grade 8 kayo, ang first orbit ay kaya na mag-hold ng dalawang electron. Okay, dalawa. Then the second orbit can hold 8, and then the third orbit ay kaya din mag-hold ng 8 electrons. So tignan natin yung electrons ni sodium. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So we have 11 surrounding electrons sa loob ng ating sodium atom. Ngayon, katulad kanina ng sinabi ko, di ba? Ano ang mangyayari sa atom if the atom loses 1 electron? Ngayon, bakit nga mag-lose na isang electron ng isang atom? Katulad ng sinabi ng Ma'am Ira last week, an atom or an element wants to attain stability. Di ba? Parang tayo, sa buhay natin, gusto natin, kaya nga tayo nag-aaral ng masipag, kaya tayo nagsumikap sa buhay, kasi gusto natin maging stable yung buhay natin paglaki. Ganun din ang mga elements. Gusto nila maging stable. And mag-reach nila yung pagiging stable if meron silang 8 valence electrons. Ngayon, ang atom na to, ang sodium, is ilan kaya ang valence electron niya? Iyan natin. Grade 9. Ilan ang valence electron ng atom? Kung natatandaan yung tinuro ni Ma'am Ira. Ma'am Ira? Alam nyo natin. Ilan po ba ang sagot ng mga grade 9 learners?
Yes, sir. Currently, sinasagot pa nila yung question mo. It means to gain stability rather, we have valence electron 8.
8? Sige. Guess pa tayo. Medyo
Baka
mataas
meron pa
yung
silang
8.
ibang sagot.
Ayan.
Valence
Medyo
electron
mataas
ng sodium.
Sabihin natin. Ilan po ang valence electron ng sodium? Clue, hindi siya 8. Kasi hindi pa siya stable.
Siguro nakatingin pa sila sa diagram.
Okay. Sige, din natin.
There you
Ayun.
go. We have an answer from Natalie Cesar. 1 valence electron from Janelle. 1.
Ayan.
Eliza Dagli, 1 valence electron. And Althea, the 2 8. Then the rest of the grade 9 learners are answering 1. Thank you.
Thank you, ho. Thank you, ma'am. So, very good. Kahit, yan, tama yan. Kahit medyo mataas yung sagot natin, at least sumasagot. Very good grade 9 learners for trying to answer. So, we have 1 valence electron. So, kung isa na lang ng valence electron ng isang sodium, so, ang mangyayari is ipapamigay na lang niya yung isa na yon. Kasi isa na lang yun eh. So, imbis na masaktan pa siya na manguha ng iba, magpaparaya na lang siya na ibigay yung nag-iisa na yon. So, ganun. So, hindi selfish si sodium, hindi siya madamo. So, ipapamigay na lang niya yung nag-iisang electron na yon. So, ang mangyari sa kanya is from sodium, Na, is magkakaroon siya ng charge. Charge ang tawag natin dito ha. Ng charge na positive 1. Ibig sabihin, nag-lose siya ng isang electron or nawalan siya ng isang electron. Sir, bakit positive nawalan na nga siya? Di ba dapat pag nawalan negative kasi nga nawalan? So, ganito yan. Learners, tandaan. Di ba nga, ang protons ay positive. Ang electrons ay negative. So, kay sodium, sa case na to, nawalan siya ng isang electron. So, therefore, 10 na lang ang kanyang electrons. Then, ang protons niya ay 11. Kung saan, mas mataas na ang protons, which is positive, kaysa kay electron sa 10. Kaya, positive yung kanyang charge. Okay? So, tandaan, pag ang element is nawalan or nag-lose ng electron, magkakaroon siya ng charge na positive. Ang tawag sa mga element na nawalan or sa mga atom na nawalan ng electron ay cation. Hindi siya cation or caution. Cation. Okay? Cation. Okay? So, tandaan, ang tawag sa mga element na nawawalan or an atom or element loses ng electron, it would earn a positive charge, katulad ni sodium na nawalan ng isang electron, at magkakaroon siya ng pangalan na cation. Ano nabasa sa kanya? So, ang sodium atom or element na sodium, kapag nagkaroon siya ng charge na positive, ang tawag na sa kanya ay sodium ion. Maliwanag tayo? Kapag nagkaroon siya ng charge na positive or plus 1, naging cation siya, kaya ito namang element yan, sodium, ano pa ba? Boron, lithium, magiging ion. Magkakaroon siya ng ion after ng kanyang pangalan. Okay? Maliwanag tayo, grade 9. Maliwanag po ba? Maliwanag tayo sa cation. Nakakasunod po. Doon natin sa comment. Okay, nakakasunod naman. Okay? Let's have another atom. Yun natin kung selfish ba yung atom na to or maging mapagparaya din, katulad ni sodium. So, we have here an atom of Cl or chlorine. Okay? So, si chlorine ay meron din 3 orbitals. 1, 2, and 3 orbitals to orbit. Ngayon, si chlorine naman, na pinagkaiba niya kay sodium, ay siya ay meron siyang 17 na protons. So, therefore, kung meron siyang 17 protons, meron din siyang 17 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Okay, so ito yung pang 17 na electron. Okay. So ngayon, kung si sodium has 1 valence electron. Si chlorine naman, ilan kaya ang kanyang valence electron, grade 9? How many valence electron does chlorine have? Natin na. How many valence electron does chlorine have? Ayan, thank you, Natalie Lisa, Eliza Dagli, Janelle Sino, ayan, Ciara Lee Francisco, Tesala Lamine, Ian Sansino, ayan. Sige, thank you very much, grade 9, napaka-active naman talaga. So we have 7 valence electron. And if an atom has 7 valence electron, ilan na lang ang kailangan niya para maging stable, grade 9 learners? Ilan na lang? Nandiyan natin sa comment section. If an atom, katulad ni chlorine, ay 7 ang valence electron, ilan na lang kailangan niya para maging stable? Okay, very good. Napaka-active. Ganda yan. So we have at least, or kailangan na lang niya ng isang valence electron para maging stable. Okay, so magiging 8 na ang kanyang valence electron. So if an atom gains or nakakuha siya ng isang electron or kahit ilan man yung electron, basta siya ay nakakuha, magkakaroon siya ng negative charge. Okay? We have chlorine, nagkaroon, dahil nga siya nakakuha ng isa, so magkakaroon siya ng negative 1. Kung ang atom is makakuha ng dalawa, edi negative 2. Kung siya ay makakuha ng tatlo, edi negative 3. Okay? So basta ang atom or element is makakuha, magkakaroon siya ng negative charge. Okay? If an atom gains an electron, it would earn a negative charge and will be called an ion. Okay? An ion ang basa. Okay, learners? Kung kanina, cat ion is positive, ang negative naman is an ion. Okay? So kung kanina, si sodium ang magiging pangalan na niya dahil siya ay positively charged or naging cat ion, ang magiging pangalan niya ay sodium ion. Si chlorine naman ay magiging chloride ion. Okay? So, pag magpapangalan tayo ng anion, kukunin natin yung root word ng atom, then magdadagdag tayo ng "-ide" sa pangalan. So, katulad ito, chlorine. So, we have chloride. Then, hindi mawawala yung ion sa dulo. So, halimbawa, oxygen, magiging oxide. Ion siya. Okay? Ganun yung pangalan yung isang anion. Naintindihan ako, grade 9? Kasunod? Kasunod po ba? Tingnan natin kung nakasunod. Natin yung sasagot sila. Okay, yes daw po. Maraming salamat, grade 9, sa pagsagot. So, we have here, okay, an activity muna. Okay, let's try ko naintindihan talaga ninyo. So, we have here dalawang atom. Sorry, hindi ko na iba yung number. Dapat number 2 yan. So, we have magnesium. So, ito na yung kanyang number of electrons per orbital. We have 2, 8, and 2. Then, we have oxygen, which have 2 electrons on its first orbit. Then, 6 electrons on its second orbit, outermost orbit. Natin grade 9, kung makakuha nyo yung charge, kung ano yung magiging charge ng mga atom na to. So, unahin natin yung magnesium. Again, I'm calling Ma'am Ira Cortez to help me in the answers on the comment section. Unahin natin yung magnesium. Grade 9, tignan natin. What is the charge of magnesium?
O baka nagko-compete pa sila, sir, or iniisipan nila yung kanilang mga sagot. So, let's wait for them.
Okay. So, again, we have
There
magnesium.
we have an answer from Janelle Brioso. Positive
Okay.
2.
Okay.
From Natalie Cesar, very active. Magnesium, positive 2. John Paul Francisco, positive 2. Julio Levelo, positive 2. Clara Lay Francisco, positive 2. Again, from John Paul, positive 2. So,
Okay,
most of
good.
our students are answering positive 2. Kung may humahabol, Kyle John Kalayag, positive 2. John Gabriel Dorian, Jasmine Umahan, Eliza,
Yes,
positive
dami
2. Andrea, and the rest of our grade 9 learners. There you go.
Okay, good. So, magnesium loses 2 electrons, which will be the result. Magkakaroon siya ng charge na positive 2. Okay, so, tandaan, ito, clue, hack, life hack. If an element has 1 to 3 valence electron, kadalasan sila yung maglulose. Sila yung mawawalan ng electron. And therefore, sila ay mag-earn ng positive charge at magiging cation. So, si magnesium, sa magnesium atom, magkakaroon siya ng positive 2 na charge at magiging magnesium ion. Okay? How about oxygen, ma'am? May sagot na kaya sila sa oxygen atom? Ilan kaya? Ano kaya ang charge ni oxygen?
Let's see yung answers na ating mga grade 9 learners. Again, for oxygen, Okay, we have an answer from, once again, Janel Brioso. -2, Natalie Cesar. -2, Andrea Awao, Carolee Francisco, Christian Lucena, Eliza Dagli, Paul John Francisco, Jasmine Nomahan, Eliza Mugar, Angela Lois Baras, -2. And the rest of the learners are answering -2.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So, oxygen definitely gains a -2 or gains 2 electrons. Dahil nga 6 yung kanyang valence electron, tandaan, ang valence electron is yung electrons na nasa pinaka-outermost o pinaka-dulong orbit. Okay, so si magnesium ay meron 2, si oxygen ay may 6 na valence electron, kung saan, syempre meron ka ng 6, di ba? So bakit mo papakawalan pa yung 6? So kukuha ka nila ng 2. So which in case, kay oxygen, is ganun yun. Nag-gain siya ng 2 electron, kaya nag-earn siya ng -2 na charge. Bakit -2 eh nag-gain? Kasi nga, di ba, kapag kanina sinabi ko, mas madami na yung, dahil nga nag-gain na siya ng 2 electrons, mas madami na yung electrons, which is negative, kaysa kay protons na positive. So therefore, -2 pag nag-gain siya. So from oxygen atom, magiging basa na sa kanya is oxide ion. Kasi nag-gain na siya ng 2 electron at nagkaroon na siya ng charge na -2. Okay? Grade 9. So, to clear things up, we have anions and cations are 2 types of ions. Okay? Katulad ni sodium at ni chlorine. Ni sodium ion and ni chloride ion. We have an ion and cation. So, what is, sa tingin nyo, what is an ion? Grade 9 learners. Ano sa pagkakaintindi nyo ang ion? In your most simple words, what is an ion? Natin ang kanyang mga sagot sa comment section. Atom or molecule? Okay, ma'am. Miss, bukod po sa sagot ni General Brios, ano pa po sagot na sa ating mga sagot?
Yes, sir. We have an answer here from Angela Lois Barajas, molecule with a net charge. Paul John Francisco, an atom or molecule. O, binago niya yung sagot niya. With, dinagdagan niya pala rather, with net electric charge. So, atom or molecule with an electric charge. Yun yung kanilang mga sagot. Same with pinakakaya.
Okay. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, ma'am. So, definitely, tama yung sagot nyo. Ion or an ion is a neutral element muna. Siyempre, neutral element. Pero, with a net charge, either positive or negative. Katulad, again, if an atom or an ion has positive charge, siya ay cation. Then, kapag siya ay negative charge, siya ay anion. Okay? Ngayon, paano naman kaya napo-form ang isang ion? Or how does it form, grade 9 learners? How does an ion form? How is an ion formed? Paano siya nabubuo? Katulad sa example kanina. Okay, from Janel Brioso, sabi niya, addition or removal of electrons from Paul John Francisco. Ions are formed by adding or addition of electrons or to remove electrons. Okay. Or any answers pa, grade 9? So, basically, tama yung mga sagot nyo. Very good. Magagaling. An ion can be formed by the transfer of an electron. Either gaining of an electron, which is magkakaroon siya ng negative charge, or losing, or mawawalan, at magkakaroon siya ng positive charge, o magiging cation ng isang electron. Magaling, grade 9. Naintindihan ba ako, grade 9? Sige nga kung naintindihan nyo, pakimay itong mouse, 150. Yeah, joke lang. Joke lang. Sige nga, naintindihan ba? Yan. Okay. Naintindihan ba natin mga learners yan? Ayan, naintindihan naman nila. Okay. Okay, so moving on. So again, an ion is a neutral element with a net charge, either positive or negative. Pag positive, cation. Pag negative, anion. And it can be formed by the transfer, gaining or losing of an electron. Pag nag-gain, magkakaroon siya ng negative charge. At pag nag-lose, is magkakaroon siya ng positive charge. Okay, grade 9. Okay. Moving on. So here, I have a diagram of a periodic table of elements. So, mapapansin natin, we have group 1, group 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay? So, tandaan, note ko lang nga pala, ions can only be formed through ionic bonding. Kasi nga, di ba, may transfer ng electrons. So, hindi siya mabubuo kapag nagko-covalent bond. Kasi nga, covalent is sharing. So, walang lumilipat na electrons. Through ionic bonding lang siya. Okay? So, we have, going back to diagram natin per table. Group 1, we have lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, and cesium. Group number 2, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, and so on and so forth to group 7. So, mapapansin natin sa group 1, group 2, at group 3, parehas sa kanilang group number yung kanilang malulus na electron. Diba? Si group 1 is maglulus ng isang electron. Kaya siya may invisible 1. Okay? So, kapag may nakita kayo na walang number, ibig sabihin 1 yun. Okay? Kahit hindi na isulat yung 1, pwede naman yun. Then, sa group 2, mga elements sa group 2, dahil nga group 2 siya, mawawalan siya ng dalawang electrons, katulad ng beryllium, magnesium, ayan. And sa group 3, katulad ng aluminum, is dahil nga group 3 siya, mawawalan sila ng tigtatatlong electrons. Diba? So, pansin nyo, kung sino nasa group 1, group 2, at group 3, same lang din yung mawawala sa kanila. Pero, pagdating kay group 6 and 7, katulad nito, sa group 6, dahil dalawa na lang ang kailangan, magiging siya ng dalawa na electrons. Oxygen, sulfur, and tellurium. Sa group 7, na halogen, have isa na lang ang kanilang kulang, kaya magiging sila ng isang electron. Kaya meron silang negative 1. So, fluorine, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, kay group 5, kaya wala nila na ilagay, is magiging siya ng 3 na electrons. How about group 4? So, sa group 4, yung mga elements sa group 4, kadalasan, sila yung mga nasa covalent bonding. Kaya hindi na siya sinama. Okay? So, group 1, and another, sa pamamagitan ng ating table, malalaman natin kung sino yung mga anion and cation. Mapapansin natin, group 1, group 2, and group 3 elements, sila yung mga nasa cations, kasama ng transition metals. Kadalasan, sila yung mga non-metals, so sila yung mga nasa cation. Sila yung mga positive, or sila yung mga mawawalan ng electrons. Then, yung mga nasa non-metal naman, or mga nasa group 5 to 6, 5 to 7, sila naman yung mga negatively charged, or anion. Okay? Sila yung mga kadalasan, or mostly, nag-gain, or nangunguha ng electrons. Okay? So, by using our own periodic table, kahit hindi na natin gamitin yung 1s2, 2s2, 2p63, s2, and so on and so forth, malalaman na natin ilan yung kanyang valence electron sa pamamagitan ng group number. Malalaman na natin kung sino yung mga cation and anion. Malalaman na natin kung sino yung mga mag-gain at mag-lose ng electron sa pamamagitan lamang ng pagtingin ng ating periodic table. Kaya mahalaga, grade 9 learners, na maghawak natin or meron tayong sariling copy or naintindihan natin na hindi lamang collection or hindi lamang kinakabisado yung ating periodic table of elements. Kailangan alam natin kung bakit ganyan yung kanyang pagkaka-arrange, kung bakit ganyan yung kanyang itsura. Okay? Kung bakit parang Tetris yung kanyang itsura. Okay? Naintindihan? Yes? Okay. So, bago tayo mag-move on to another topic, note ko lang ulit, yung sinabi ko kanina, na ang mga elements na may valence electrons na 1 to 3 is kadalasan, katulad nga dito, is nag-lose. At yung mga elements na may valence electron na 5 to 7 is nag-gain. Okay? So, hindi natin medyo kailangan pa natin intindihin if din pa natin, medyo nalilito pa tayo sa paggamit ng 1s2, S2 na mnemonics, is pwede natin gamitin itong periodic table para malaman yung kanyang valence electron. Kasi, kadalasan, kung anong group number ng isang element, doon din yung kanyang valence electron. Maliwanag tayo doon, learners. Grade 9 learners. Kung maliwanag tayo, tag nyo nga yung pangalan ng class nyo. Joke lang. Okay, so moving on. We have here. Okay, let's go back to the map. We have, so tapos na tayo sa, nakapag-prepare na tayo. Alam niyo na kung ano yung ionic compound. Alam niyo na yung paano nagkakaroon ng charges. Then, alam niyo na din yung gamit ng periodic table. Then, let's move on to naming and the uses. Bakit nga ba kailangan natin pag-aralan to? Magagamit na natin ito sa toong buhay. So, hindi natin alam, hindi natin namamalayan is naapektuhan na pala tayo nito sa totoong buhay. Okay? So, hindi natin alam, araw-araw na ginagamit natin sa bahay, kinoconsume natin, is ion pala siya. Or under siya ng ion. Example, we have here the elements sodium and chlorine. So, from the diagram na sumasayaw, alam niyo na ang sodium at chlorine, pag pinagsama, is mas kilala sa common name na salt, o yung table salt. Tagalog, asin. So, paano nga ba nag-interact ang mga elements under ionic compound? Basta-basta lang ba sila nagbabatuan ng electrons? Hindi po. So, we have, huwag nyo napansin itong longitude, sorry, di ko nabago. Okay? So, we have here the crisscross method. So, crisscross. Okay? From the word crisscross, nag-cross sila. So, alam natin, sodium has 1 valence electron. At the same time, chlorine has 1 negative 1 valence electron. So, we have sodium as the cation and chlorine as the anion. Okay? So, paano ba nga ba mangyayari sa crisscross method? So, from the name itself, nagpo-cross sila. Tumatawid sila sa isa't isa. Yung chlorine, yung valence electron ni chlorine ay mapupunta kay sodium. Yung positive 1 na valence electron ni sodium ay pupunta kay chlorine. Okay? So, katunya, ayan. Sodium na positive 1 mapupunta kay chlorine at yung kay chlorine ay mapupunta kay sodium. So, magtatawid sila. Okay? Ayan. Tumawid na. So, yung sodium, napunta sa kanya yung negative 1 na valence electron ni chlorine at si chlorine naman is napunta sa kanya yung positive 1 na valence electron ni sodium. Kaya magkakaroon siya ng sodium at chlorine, magkakasama. Tandaan, grade 9, kapag 1 na lang, hindi na need isulat yung 1. At kapag 1 na, kapag tumawid na, kapag 1 siya, hindi na need din ilagay yung kanyang charge. Okay? Kapag crisscross pero pag hinahanap pa lang yung charge, need ilagay yung symbol, kung positive or negative. Pero kapag siya ay na-crisscross na, pag pinagsama na yung atom, hindi na need ilagay yung charge kapag siya ay 1. So, ano na pangalan nito? Sodium chlorine ba? Hindi po. Magiging sodium chloride. Okay? So, paano naging sodium chloride yun? So, itong rule. Kapag magkakaroon tayo, mag-name tayo ng ionic compound, papangalanan muna natin yung cation, then kasunod yung anion. Then, maglalagay tayo ng "ide" sa dulo na anion. Okay? In this case, si sodium, yung ating cation, kaya na siyang pangalanan, sodium. Tapos, sumunod si chlorine kasi siya yung anion, then dinagdagan ng "ide" sa dulo. Kaya naging sodium chloride ang kanyang pangalan. Naintindihan ako, grade 9 learners? Okay? Another example, we have lithium and oxygen. Okay? So we have lithium as positive 1. We have the cation lithium, positive 1 ang kanyang valence. Then oxygen, ito naman is dalawa ang kanyang valence electron. Ay, dalawa yung kanyang charge. Or nag-gain siya ng dalawang electron. Okay? So si lithium is na-lose yung kanyang isang electron. Si oxygen is nag-gain ng dalawang electron. So doing the crisscross method, tatawid yung one positive charge ni lithium kay oxygen at yung negative 2 na charge ni oxygen ay tatawid kay lithium. Nagpapalitan sila. Tawid, at magkakaroon tayo ng product na lithium na 2. Okay? So hindi na nilagay yung charge kasi nagpalitan na, and hindi na rin nilagay yung 1 kasi nagpalitan na. Kasi pag 1, invisible 1, matik na yon. Okay? Grade 9. So, ano nabas sa kanya? Kapag meron na siyang 2 sa pangalan, magiging lithium oxide pa rin naman siya. So, katulad kanina, unang pinangalanan yung cation, which is yung lithium, then sumunod yung anion, dinagdagan ng ide sa dulo. So, we have lithium oxide. Okay? Grade 9. Very good. Another, last example. We have magnesium and bromine. Magnesium, ito naman, si cation naman, yung positive 2. Then si bromine naman yung negative 1. Again, doing the crisscross method, palitan. Magnesium, yung positive 2 ni magnesium, tatawid kay bromine. Then, yung negative 1 ni bromine, tatawid kay magnesium. Palitan. Ayan, sige. Tawid kayo. Magkakaroon tayo ng ano na kaya pangalan nito? Sige nga, kayo nga manghula, grade 9. Ano ang pangalan nitong compound na to? Ionic compound na to? Ayan, sige. Panoorin, ayan natin, kung malalaman nyo. Ayan, very good. From John C. Ray Lopez Regencia is magnesium bromide ang pangalan ng ating ionic compound. Okay? So last, ito naman, kayo naman. Try and name the resulting ionic compound of calcium and fluorine. Okay? Ayan na. Bigay ko na sa inyo yung kanyang charge. Again, Ma'am Ira, I'm going to ask your help to see the answers of grade 9 to this ionic compound. Ano kaya?
Alright, so for this example, let's wait for the learners. Nasa magnesium bromide pa rin sila, sir.
Okay. Natin.
Very active naman ang ating mga grade 9 students. So let's have Julio Livelo. We have an answer. Calcium fluoride. Same with Angela Lois Barajas, Janelle Brioso, Ruth Blazo, Crizel Namine, Natalie Cesar, and the rest of the grade 9 learners, calcium fluoride.
Okay, very good naman. Gagaling ng grade 9 natin. Talaga halata nakikinig ang ating mga bata, no? So, calcium, is meron tayong negative 2 na charge, mapupunta kay fluorine, and yung negative 1 na charge na fluorine ay mapupunta kay calcium. Therefore, we have calcium fluoride. Si calcium na may invisible 1 na subscript and fluorine subscript na may pangalan na calcium fluoride. Okay? Naintindihan kaya? Hindi nga ako naintindihan. Pakimayin nga itong phone stand na to. Imayin nyo nga itong phone stand. Phone stand 150. O, go. Sabihin nyo nga mine. Ayan. Sige. Okay, joke lang. So, naintindihan. Magaling na. Halata naman na naintindihan ng mga bata kasi tama yung mga sagot from the start. We have touched na naintindihan kung paano mag-gain ng charge ang mga ions. Kung ano ba ang ion. Kung paano ba sila nabubuo. And kung ano ba pinagkaiba ng anion sa cation, kung paano nag-lose at nag-gain ng isang Joke lang yung phone stand. Yan ko kung nakikinig talaga kayo. Ayan. Okay. Okay. So, tulad nga sinabi ko kanina, sa pangalan na kanina, we have naming and uses. So, after ng naming, doon na tayo sa uses. Bakit nga ba pinag-aaralan to? Para saan ba itong pinag-aaralan natin? Kung science lang ba ang pinampaload nyo ba dito? So, ions is makikita natin sa buong katawan natin. Hindi lang sa katawan, pati sa ere, pati sa hangin na hinihinga natin. Okay? So, ang ions is kalat sa buong mundo. Ang mundo mismo, ang katawan natin is binubuo ng ions. Okay? So, lalo sa panahon ngayon, di ba? Sa panahon ngayon is kailangan natin ng matatag na resistensya. Kasi nga may pandemya. We have the pandemic ongoing pa rin. Kailangan natin ng strong immune system. Ngayon, paano nga ba tayo, bukod sa pagkain, exercise, hindi pagpupuyat, hindi pagpupuyat sa kung ano-ano man, hindi pagpupuyat sa maling tao, joke lang, is ano pa ang ginagawa natin para magkaroon ng malakas na immune system? Grade 9. Ano yung ini-intake ng katawan natin para maglakas yung ating immune system? Hindi natin yung mga sagot mo. Ayan. Okay. Antayin natin yun. Ano ba ang ginagawa natin sa pagpapalakas ng immune system? Ano kang iniinom natin? Ayan. Sabi ni Janelle, we also never smoke. Palay sa dagli, food. Ano pa? Makatulog na yan. Sabi ni John C. Ray Lopez, makatulog ng 9 hours or mahigit. Exercise. Kumain po ng healthy foods. Ayan. Sabi ni Ryle Kalayag, huwag po magbisyo. Siyempre, dapat grade 9 pa lang kayo. Huwag kayong magbibisyo. Tama lang yan. Ayan. Sabi ni Jasmine Fong, is vitamin C. Sabi ni Eliza Dagi, tama. To take vitamins, di ba? Umiinom tayo ng vitamins and minerals. Okay. So, sino sa inyo yung alam na umiinom ng Gatorade, Powerade? Kahit bawal pa sa inyo kasi underage kayo. Umiinom ng energy drink. Ayan. Stay hydrated by drinking water. Di ba pag nakikita nyo sa mga commercial, lalo na sa Gatorade, may nakalagay doon, with electrolytes. Okay? Ano ba yung electrolytes na yun? Ano ba yung sabihin ng electrolytes? So, yung electrolytes, sila yung body ions. Okay? Yun yung mga ions sa ini-intake na ating katawan para magkaroon ng proper nervous system. Okay? Ano ba ang nervous system natin? Utak, yung ating mga nerves, yung mga ugat-ugat, yung ating spinal cord, spinal fluid, sila yung mga electrolytes or the vitamins and minerals na ni-intake natin. So here are some examples of those electrolytes and vitamins. Okay, so konti lang to pero madami yan. First, we have sodium ion. Ang sodium ion is sila yung nagko-control na nag-regulate na ating bodily fluids. Okay? So yung dugo, urine, yan. Sodium ion tumutulong sa atin yan. We have then potassium ion. We have that controls and regulates bodily fluids, particularly in the kidneys, sa ating mga bato. Katulad niya sa sodium ion, di ba? Kadalasan kapag nagkakaroon tayo ng UTI, yung sinasabi na ni doktor, kulang sa potassium, di ba? So potassium makuha natin madalas sa saging, pagkain ng mga saging. Sodium is makuha natin hindi lang sa basa asin, mas malakas siya sa iodized salt. Diba? Kaya nga tinawag siyang iodized salt. Kasi nga, siya ay merong ion na sodium ion. Yun yung pinagkaiba ng table salt sa iodized salt. Hindi lang pino. Hindi lang yun yung pinagkaiba niya. Ang iodized salt is merong ion na sodium ion. Okay? Kaya mas healthy na mag-intake in small amounts naman ng sodium, ng iodized salt kisa sa table salt. Okay, alam niyo na. So, hindi na sayang ang data o pag-upload nyo kasi alam niyo na pinagkaiba ng table salt sa iodized salt, hindi lang pino. Then, we have calcium. Calcium. Okay, alam niyo naman na ang calcium is component for our bones and teeth. Hindi na siya pampalakas na pampatibay ng buto at ngipin. Siya din is nagko-constitute for muscle contraction. Okay? Sa paggalaw-galaw nating katawan. Then we have here other ionic compounds. Okay? Compound siya kasi binubuo ng 3 or more elements. We have here yung mas kilala sa pangalang salitre. Ang salitre kadalasan makita sa tocino. Okay? Used as meat preservative. And calcium chloride, we have its component makikita madalas sa toothpaste. Okay? So, hindi lang siya calcium basta-basta. So, siya yung magpe-prevent sa ating tooth decay. So, di ba, kadalasan, kung alam niyo lang, yung calcium chloride is medyo reactive siya sa water. Nakikita siya sa toothpaste. So, ina-advise natin mga dentist is, after natin mag-brush ng teeth, hindi tayo magmumumog ng water. Ginagawa lang natin. Pero nga, kasi nga, reactive yung calcium sa water. So, yung nasa toothpaste na calcium, pag nagmumog tayo ng water, is wala din. Pero, dahil nga, nakasanayan natin na nagmumog ng water after natin mag-brush ng teeth. Kasi nga, iba yung lasa ng toothpaste. Kaya okay lang din naman na nagmumog ng water after mag-brush ng teeth. So, yun yung mga uses ng ating ng ions sa ating katawan. So, directly na naapektuhan tayo niyan. Hindi lang passive na naapektuhan. Directly. Kasi ni-intake natin siya. Okay? So, naapektuhan natin siya sa ating pamumuhay. So, pinapasok natin siya sa ating katawan. So, possible na hindi tayo pwedeng mabuhay ng sobrang tagal 60 plus without this body ions or the electrolytes sa ating katawan. So, yun yung uses ng pinag-aaralan natin ngayon. Okay? So, hindi porket hindi natin nakikita ang mga bagay-bagay, hindi natin sila nararamdaman, is hindi na natin sila i-appreciate o hindi na natin siya pag-aaralan o hindi na natin sila hindi na natin sila i-appreciate kasi nga hindi natin nakikita. Di ba? So, hindi natin alam na naaapektuhan na pala tayo kasi nga hindi natin nakita. So, yun yung kailangan natin ilagay sa ating mga puso na kailangan is we appreciate even the smallest things in life. Okay? Lalo lang ngayon na medyo limitado ang galaw, di ba? Mas na-appreciate natin yung time natin with the family, with our families and with our friends. Kasi kadalasan wala pang COVID is yun yung mga small details sa buhay natin na natitake for granted. Ngayon, dahil nga katulad nito, mga body ions, sila yung mga maliliit na bagay natitake for granted kasi nga, maliliit nga lang sila. So, di natin alam na malaki ang epekto nito sa ating buhay. Okay, grade 9 learners? Okay, so, again, I would like to call Ma'am Ira to help me answer these following questions from our grade 9 learners. First,
Yes, sir.
what ions or molecules do you consider essential to everyday life? And second is how it is important for everyone to understand the topic. Okay, so first, from number 1, what ions or molecules do you consider essential to everyday life?
Okay, let's wait for our learners to answer the questions. Probably nagpo-process pa sila from your previous discussion a while ago. Let's have, sir, we have an answer here from very active, Natalie Cesar, oxygen. Kelly Inawasan, calcium. Ruth Madeline, same oxygen. Angela Lois, oxygen. Elena Alaisa Mugar, potassium and calcium. John C. Ray, oxygen. Paul John Francisco, oxygen. Kiara Lay, oxygen. Most of them are answering oxygen and potassium and calcium.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Tama naman yung sagot nyo, pero medyo may kulang pa. Di ba sabi ko kanina, ano ang pinagkaiba or magpapangalan tayo ng isang ion, kailangan merong ion sa dulo. Pero tama yung sagot nyo. Very good naman. We have potassium, oxygen, calcium, kulang na ng ion sa dulo. Okay, tandaan yan. Then second one is how it is important for everyone to understand the topic. Grade 9.
Actually, sir, nagsasagot pa sila, nasa oxygen pa sila. Siguro nagpa-process pa sila ng naming of this compounds. So for number 2 question from Sir John ZENRIEL, let's wait for the students to answer. Baka nagtatype pa ang ating mga students.
Medyo mahaba-haba kasi. Medyo mahaba-haba pa.
We have an answer here for everyday use. Most especially kasi yung pinag-uusapan natin dito is the uses of the discussion a while ago. So for everyday use, for Christian Docena, it is important to know what are the uses of it para magkaroon tayo ng knowledge about what are we intaking every day. Application in our everyday life from Angela Lois Barajas and from Ruth Madeline, so that we can understand and know the use of it.
Okay. Ayan. So, I'm sure yung iba dyan is nagtatype pa na kanilang answer or nahihiya na kanilang answer. Pero I'm sure naman na naintindihan kasi nga, di ba, napaka-active na ating learners from the start pa naman. Thank you, Ma'am Ira, for your help. Thank you, Ma'am Ira Cortez. Thank you din sa ating learners. And for our last activity is here. So from your module, we have your 3 scales. Scale A, Scale B, and Scale C. So among 3 pictures, A, B, and C, which of the following will best represent? Number 1, an atom. Atom lang. Ano kaya sa tingin niyo dito sa mga skills na to ang nag-represent sa isang atom? Grade 9. Ito natin. We have yan. May sagot na. We have letter B. Okay, very good. No charge. Kasi nga, pag ang atom is equal pa lang ang valence electrons niya or equal pa lang yung number of electrons sa number of protons. Equal yung negatively charged particle sa positively charged particle. Very good. Then, number 2. Ano naman yung nagbe-best represent sa isang cation? At bakit? So, tingin nyo bakit? So, number 2 is letter, ayan, very good, grade 9, letter C. And therefore, number 3, an anion would be letter, what? Letter A, very good. And an ion would be letter A, which is mas malaki yung negative charge kaysa at scale C na mas taas yung positively charged na cation. Okay, thank you very much na naiintindihan ating learners. So, in a nutshell, grade 9 learners, an ion is an atom with a positively charged and negative charge. If an atom has a positively charged, it means that that atom loses an electron and would be called a cation. And if that atom has a negative charge, it means that that atom gains an electron and would earn the anion name. Okay? And in naming ionic compounds, first is to name the cation, followed by the anion, then adding "ide" or IDE to its suffix like sodium chloride, calcium fluoride, magnesium bromide, and lithium oxide. Naintindihan ako, learners? Do we have any more questions regarding to our topic? natin, ha? Okay, so if you have any questions, type nyo lang sa ating answer box or sa comment box. Then, we'll answer it para malinaw sa lahat. Okay. Okay, since that naintindihan, ayan o, wala naman daw questions. Again, kung wala na questions and malinaw lahat, thank you very much, grade 9 learners. Again, my name is Mr. Johnson VELAS of Science grade 9. Then, katulong ko with Miss Ma'am Ira Cortez. Thank you sa inyo lahat. Thank you sa pakikinig. And sana naintindihan niyo yung topic natin. And see you on the following other live sessions of our topic. So, thank you very much. Goodbye.